Hey everyone, Stones here, coming back at you with another video reviewing everything that I picked up at yard sales and garage sales for this weekend. This is everything that I got on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and today's Sunday, but today there was no other new garage sales or yard sales, so I didn't find anything today, maybe because of the weather, maybe because of the rain. Started off week, Thursday, I was only able to find one garage sale and an estate sale. And maybe it's because all the schools in this area started back up either on Thursday or Friday or even earlier in the week. Maybe had nothing to do with that at all. But yeah, Thursday only found one yard sale and one estate sale. Estate sale prices are normally too high on the first day, and typically you have to be very careful about what you bought or what you buy at an estate sale on the first day. So let's check out everything that I got. So at that first yard sale, I picked up this pair of shoes. These are kids' Nikes, Jordans. I paid $8 for these. I thought these were brand new because they look new. But the first thing that I realized when I got home was the box does not match the shoes, at least the size doesn't. These are size 5, the box is size 5.5. But these are gently worn. There's a little bit of dirt on the bottom and a little bit of toe drag or heel drag, as you can see there. But even in this condition, school's back in, kids want cool shoes. I think I can get $60 to $65 for that, and I paid $8 for those. Then at the estate sale, again, first day of an estate sale, company I don't think I've ever dealt with before. Prices were a little high, so I had to be a little picky. I think I spent a total of $23. Books, Bibles, movies, DVDs, CDs were all $2 a piece. Picked up this marked reference Bible, chain of reference system. This is by Zondervan. Leather bound Bible. Again, I paid $2 for that. It's worth about $25, $30. Then I also picked up this, it's called Temple Illustrated Edition Bible by Holman. Obviously, this is for the Freemasons. And I was kind of worried that since this was stamped with a specific Freemason lodge, that maybe it would drop the value, but it really doesn't. This is worth about $20, $25. Picked up this Garfield movie only because it was new and sealed, and it's been a long time since I've seen a movie in a long box. They quit doing this a long time ago. I thought they actually quit doing this with CDs, let alone DVDs. I cannot find a long box version of this movie available on eBay. I don't know if that's going to drive up the value or not, but I only paid $2 for that. Paid $2 for this Thomas and the Jet Engine DVD bonus pack with a toy train inside. Now, there are a bunch of listings for other combinations of different DVDs with different toys, but no active listings for this specific one. The last time this specific one sold, it sold, I think, for $30 plus shipping, but I only have the only active listing right now, or I will have the only active listing when I list it, and so I'm hoping to get maybe $40 on it. We'll see. Grabbed a bunch of these pens, this whole bag of pens for $10. A little on the pricey side, but there were some interesting pens in there that I was really, really curious about. Old vintage pens, some name brands can bring lots of money. Don't overlook them. I have found some pen sets at estate sales where I paid next to nothing for them, and they're worth in the hundreds. So some of these looked interesting. This set, pen and pencil set right here, very vintage, very cool look to them. I could probably get about $25 for that set. And then these two go together as well. Not as cool looking. I haven't looked this up yet, but there's probably some money there. I'm going to get all my money back from this refill pack for soft tip pens for Cross. Cross is a really good brand. They make some high-end stuff, and they make some everyday normal stuff as well. And I also thought this was cool, this Radio Shack colored pencil where you can you pull out the tip and you can change the colors. I remember having these as a kid, not from Radio Shack, but just other ones in the classroom, but this I guess was a promotional item. You couldn't actually buy this, and it's worth about $15-20. So definitely getting my money back on that $10 price. And then lastly, I think I paid $5 for this shirt. This was new with tags. Grinch shirt with a Grinch label. This is from 2000, from the original Grinch movie with what's his name? I can't remember now. But this shirt right now, there's only used versions of this on eBay. There are no new with tags ones that are available. So I'm thinking my price might be on this easily upwards in the $50 to $60 range. So we'll see. The problem with this shirt, and I made a mistake, after I found this shirt in the closet, I was looking through some makeup, and I opened up what I thought was a bottle of powder, and it was like liquefied skin cream or something, and it dumped out on the shirt and all over the dresser drawer that it was sitting on. I cleaned up the mess. There's no evidence of it staining the shirt or doing any damage, but it still smells like that makeup. I've had this thing sitting in my garage for 2 days, and it still smells like an old Baptist woman at church. Sorry to describe it that way, but that's the way it smells. So I don't know if the person who buys this is going to pick up on that. There's no stains. It didn't cause any stains, but it literally smells like some sort of makeup. So we'll see. Okay, so that was the estate sale. Then I went to this yard sale the next day on Friday. Spent, I think it was like $25, which now I'm looking at this and I'm wondering why I did that. Bought some of these books, some old gospel hymnals, songbooks. I thought that would be cool, but they're not. Some other things that caught my eye, nothing really of value there. Picked up this NASCAR hat. This is an M&M's hat, only for $1. It is genuine leather. And I'm thinking, if anything, this is what's going to get me my money back. $20 to $25 on that. There's an old Star Wars gun from 1998. I think that was made by Nerf. And then why I picked these up, I don't know. These are little miniature Coca-Cola bottles inside little miniature wooden crates that are made out of plastic. I don't know. Maybe I can get some money for these. I paid $1 a piece for them. I thought it was a cool idea at the time, but it really wasn't. Another bad purchase. Paid $5 for this baseball glove. It's actually a softball glove. It's genuine leather, great condition. I've done well with gloves in the past. Thought this one might be a winner as well. It's not. I'll be lucky if I can get $15 out of this purchase. Paid $1 a piece for these video games. This is from Saturday morning. I think this is the only thing I bought on Saturday. Nothing great here, but cheap video games I always pick up. There's Wii, Wii U, and I think it's, yeah, that's it, Wii and Wii U. Okay, here's where everything gets good. So the way that I do it is I go to the gym every morning first thing. Monday through Sunday, I go to the gym. It's the first thing that I do. I go a little bit later on Saturdays and Sundays than I do on the weekdays, and that's by habit from when I used to work for someone else, and I had a 9-to-5 job Monday through Friday. On my way to work on Thursday, Fridays, and Saturdays, I take a less direct route down main roads across 2 towns to look for yard sale signs that were posted for yard sales and garage sales. I then take a different route to do the same thing on my way home from the gym. But I'm normally coming home at a time where it's still too early to actually stop at yard sales and garage sales. Now, Saturday and Sundays are different because I go to the gym later and I leave later, and therefore I can stop at yard sales and garage sales on the way home. But on Thursdays, Fridays, and Saturdays, I get to the gym at 5. I leave the gym no earlier than 7, no later than 7:30. Friday I was running behind, so it was more like 7:45. I'm driving down what I call my scouting route, and I see a yard sale already set up with signs that I didn't see on Thursday. It looked like they were ready to go. I don't like being that early person. That's annoying. But I decided to turn around and give it a try, and I'm glad I did, because what I found, it was the only purchase from this garage sale, was this brand new watch for $5. So here it is, a Hamilton watch for $5. This thing still has the paperwork. It's made in the USA. I don't think it's ever been used because it still has the protective plastic on the back of the watch to keep it from getting scratched by the display case. So this is a brand new watch. Now, depending on the model, and I'll have to do more research, this watch is worth minimum $250, and depending on the model, upwards of $500 to $600, maybe $700. That's for the older vintage ones. I don't think this is an older vintage one. It is definitely vintage, but not extremely vintage, not like 1960s, 1970s. But minimum, I'm thinking $200 to $300. So I'm really glad that all happened and I pulled around and was able to stop and find this watch. Later on that day, about the same area, I stopped at this other huge, massive yard sale. And what it looked like an somewhat elderly lady, someone who was probably in her 70s maybe, doing a sale for her parents or someone. Maybe they're downsizing, maybe they're getting ready to move, maybe go into assisted living or something like that. But just a yard just covered with stuff for sale. Mostly trinkets and household supplies and household goods and things like that. And most of it wasn't priced. So she said, hey, either ask me how much it is or throw me an offer. I'm probably going to accept it. Prices are pretty cheap. I got to get rid of this stuff. So I started off with this box of lighters. She originally had them priced for $2 a piece. I called her over. I asked her how much she would take for all of them. She asked me, well, what would you give me? And you kind of do this thing where you're supposed to stutter and wait, because you really shouldn't throw out an offer yourself, because what if what they're asking is less than what you were willing to offer? Wouldn't you want to pay the lesser price? And that's exactly what happened. I was willing to pay up to $40 for this. I was going to start with 30. She said, how about 20? I said, deal. There are over 40 lighters in here. So I'm paying less than 50 cents a piece for them. There are some good name brands in here. I put a few at the top, some interesting looking ones. There are ones in here that are worth the $20 alone. Some are in bad condition, some are just novelty, not worth anything. Some I'm going to throw away, not even try to sell. But easily one is worth the $20. And then I picked up these ashtrays for, well, she brought it down to $2. Then she had a bunch of jewelry out, and the jewelry was 50 cents a bag or 3 for $1. So I grabbed up 9 bags. Anything that looked interesting, anything that might possibly have been gold or silver, or anything that had a stamp or looked unique or something like that. I got 9 bags for a total of $3, and I think the most exciting piece that I'm looking forward to getting into is this massive bag of cufflinks. I know Tip of the Mitt Flips, who hasn't done a video in a while, has done really well with cufflinks. So I'm really, really excited about getting into these and learning more about them. And I've mentioned it before, I don't know much about jewelry, even though I'm the grandson of a jeweler. I'm trying to learn, and I have a huge bin just filled with jewelry that maybe this winter, when the weather is bad and when there's no yard sales or garage sales, I'll start getting into researching it, learning it, and finding out more about it. Lastly, the lady actually pointed this out to me. So when I agreed to her $20 price on the lighters, she said, if you're a reseller, you need to buy this. Now, she had it marked. I knew what it was. I didn't bother looking it up because she had $30 on it. And she even said, make me a deal. I'll sell it to you. She said, this is extremely rare. Look it up. And this is a Mack truck radiator cap from possibly the early 30s, 40s, something like that. Very poor condition. It's supposed to be chromed. Definitely the chrome is missing. I think there's little spots where it's still there. I probably could have brought her down to 20. I went with the 30 as soon as I saw what this thing was worth. The only one currently listed on eBay is listed for $700. Now, I don't think that's a reasonable price. I think more like $250 to $400 is a good price on this piece. She also had the hood emblem of the same Mack truck dog, and that one wasn't worth as much, and she also had $30 on that. But $30, this was definitely worth the price of admission. And I spent $55 total from her, and definitely have that in the lighters themselves. So there you go. There's my review for the weekend. Doesn't seem like there's a whole lot, but definitely got some big hitters there at the end of the week. So there you go. Thanks for watching. Take care and see you next week.